What's on-demand coaching
Ah,
and how does it work and who's it best for?
right. Great question. So, on demand is this service that I offered clients going through anything, good times, bad times, because everybody goes through good times and bad times.
Yep.
So, I use a video platform on my phone, and my client records a 3 to 5 minute video, question, check in, accountability. I just got this email from my ex, my attorney, upset. I'm dealing with this at work. Any problem, any question that they want help with. And that can be any time of day. And then I answer within 24 hours, often faster than that. I think it was rare that I missed a day. And
Usually with
often,
a good reason as well.
possibly. And then also, often multiple times a day, even though I only promise one coaching a day.
Oh
And
yeah.
the reason I set that up actually, Anne, initially was because my divorce clients, I knew what would happen is they would leave their attorney and then call him back up. That's what I would do. I'd leave my attorney's office after an hour, $800 later, call my attorney because I forgot something. And I'd be like, I have to talk to you. So I thought we've got to make this a little more affordable for people. And your attorney's not really going to help you with your emotions. Let's give a place where you can process, where somebody understands what you're going through, or can give you some credible advice for what's happening at work or in any relationship, frankly, because everything we go through is about relationships. So even though it's all relationships, um, so that's why I created it. That's why I started it, and it's for men and women. And sometimes I have groups because that's more affordable for people. And sometimes I do it one on one, depending on what the client wishes.
Oh, I know a category that I had not known you were interested in, which is adult children of divorcing parents. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like we're talking about people who are already launched
Mm-hmm.
in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, who knows?
Who knows, right? I
Yeah.
actually have a client, late 40s, 50s, whose mom is involved with somebody, and none of my client's siblings like this person.
Hmm.
So it's creating a great deal of tension in the family. I have another client who's one of the parents just passed away, and the other parent has hooked up within weeks, like weeks, with an old boyfriend from college.
Hmm.
And so my client's struggling with this. They're still wrapped up in grieving the loss of a parent while their other parent is on to a new relationship. And so these things get complicated and
I can see that being pretty painful, you know.
very painful. Oh
You
my
had an
goodness.
image of your parents as these two people who,
Mm.
I mean, gosh, my parents were together for 66 years.
Right, right,
Had broken up, it would have been just kind of it would have been, I don't even know what it would have been. It would have been intense.
right. It's intense. And so, I mean, this particular service, I call it, when your parents are divorcing, it's the gray divorce, 55 and older. And that's the one area of divorce, at least in North America, that's actually increasing.
Yeah.
And I mean, these are the men I date.
Hmm.
So I know it's happening. So it's difficult for their children. And it's different than a death of a parent,
Yes.
right? It is different. I'm not saying that some of the healing moments aren't similar, but when your parents divorce and you're in your 30s or you're in your 40s, it's very difficult.
Yeah. So I think it's great that you're offering that service. It's kind of a unusual spot to be in, and or it's not usual. I mean, you're saying it's actually happening a lot more.
It's happening a lot.
I just
Yes.
hadn't thought about that being a need, and so I think that you're
Yes.
uniquely qualified. You're very good at finding need and
Mm.
and then offering to help. I really appreciate that about you.
Thank you. Thank you. And, I think clients found me too. These
Hmm.
individuals found me with this template.
Hmm.
This is the thing I'm dealing with. And then I was like, oh, you're dealing with this. This is really happening. Well, let's talk about this. And then I can talk about it from being an adult who divorced as a parent, right? Being the child of divorce, being a
Hmm.
young person, like in my 20s when I first went through my second divorce. So all the different feelings and also now I have had enough clients that I can actually say, yeah, what you're feeling is really normal. And your emotional self might not be 35 years old. Your emotional self might be 7.
Right, because in family systems, we have all of these ages inside of us.
Yes, of course.
7, 14.
Yes.
Yeah. But
And
it's
I really feel those emotions. I mean, sure, you have the 35-year-old persona. There's an emotional life to being 35. But when your parents divorce, chances are you're not 35.
yeah, so interesting the way things are changing.
Yeah.
Gotta roll with it. What about so ultimately, it seems like a lot of people would benefit from this, but who do you think gets the most from your one-on-one work, or or more from the group? I guess sort of
It
first of all,
depends.
socioeconomics are one factor that make people.
Sure, sure. Initially I offered one-on-one coaching because that was the model that I knew. And many people can take advantage of one-on-one coaching. And even some of my clients who are doing well but want to stay in touch, I might move them into a group or they might want on demand individually. It depends.
Mhm.
I think that it's a number of factors. Obviously, economics. In addition, it's are they willing to be seen by strangers, which is often the safest space to be seen, but
Mhm.
maybe they don't want to be seen in that space. Um, or do they want daily coaching and they're so busy with their lives that the on demand is better than an hour? Actually don't have an hour a week. I have clients who don't have an hour a week. So they do the on demand because it's the way that it works for them in their busy lives. It's just easier.
Yeah,
Now, we don't get as deep, right? It's,
right.
it's 3 to 5 minutes every day or 10 minutes coaching every day as opposed to an hour a week, and I will let somebody know that because if I don't feel I can help them, I will be honest. Like, I have to help you. Like, for a couple of months, you're going to need to talk to me every week. And then we can move into um, something a little bit more catch as catch can.
I remember doing that. So I remember
Mhm.
I would be cruising along doing really well in my group, and then all of a
Mhm.
sudden I would hit a really big bump. And
Sure.
now I think I need a one-on-one session too. So,
Sure. That happens a lot. And actually, the clients that get the most work, get the most out of working with me, I should say. And I shouldn't, hmm, from my point of view, not necessarily from their point of view, are the people that work with me weekly and are on the on demand because every day they get a touch point.
mhm.
Every day they can show the accountability for what we discussed during the 1 hour. And the 1 hour we have time to go deep. So, not that we don't go deep with on demand, you know that. We go
Yeah,
pretty deep. But there's the spaciousness of the time that
yes,
helps.
absolutely.
Yeah, and really the hand holding, which an attorney can't provide. Um, that's not their forte.
No,
No.
and it's very expensive to ask that.
Yes, it is. Yeah. That's why I created it. Anyway, thank you for asking about that today. Thank you so much.